Today we explore the captivating realm of Stoic philosophy, an ancient doctrine that has persisted through the ages for its significant relevance and its capacity to offer direction during the most trying times of human life. In this video, we will examine how these millennia-old teachings can not only transform our viewpoints on existence but also equip us with powerful tools to confront daily obstacles with tranquility. I encourage you to remain until the conclusion, where you will discover valuable quotes to fortify all your plans for any moment in life. Now, if you're new here, please like the video and subscribe. Statistics indicate that only 15% of my audience is subscribed to the channel, so if this content has aided you in any way, I urge you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Now, let's embark on this transformative journey together. Are you prepared? Stop searching for happiness in the same place you lost it. Individuals with the most difficult pasts can create the brightest future. If you don't design your own life plan, you will likely fall into someone else's, and what they have planned for you isn't much. Forgiving others silently and never communicating with them again is a form of self-care. Don't cling to yesterday. It was beautiful, but it's gone. Stop being so available to those who are only with you when it suits them. There is only one thing more valuable than our time, and that's whom we spend it on. One day, you'll laugh at how much you let this matter. Never harm others to heal yourself, nor harm yourself to heal others. Don't just love yourself, have respect for yourself. If you don't, others will have no qualms trampling over you. The greatest reward for one's labor is not what one gains from it, but what one becomes through it. Clocks show the hour, and time reveals people. Healing doesn't mean the damage never existed, it means the damage no longer controls our lives. Recognizing that you are not where you want to be is the first step to changing your life. Strive to attain what you love, otherwise, you will be compelled to love what you receive. Your education is never complete. Dare to live fully and learn continuously. You must allow pain to visit you, let it teach you, but don't let it linger. If you can find paths without obstacles, they likely lead nowhere. Obstacles are not hindrances on the path, they are guideposts. Choosing comfort over discomfort does not lead to a comfortable life. It's your journey, and yours alone. Others may accompany you, but no one can walk it for you. Your worth is not determined by someone else's inability to see your value. The costs you pay for progress require patience and strength. Someday, this pain will benefit you. If you don't spend your life, others will do it for you. Being honest with yourself and responsible will enable you to breathe. Face your challenges and take action, you will discover they don't have half the power you believed. No one is more miserable than he who never confronts adversity, for he is not allowed to prove himself. Change the individual in the mirror, and your world will transform. You can either restrict your life by drawing lines, or you can live your life by crossing them. Just because you despise this chapter doesn't mean you'll loathe the next. More crucial than the ability to choose right is the strength to walk away from the wrong. You can't be lonely if you enjoy the company of the person you're alone with. Our suffering stems from clinging to how things might have been. Your wound is not your fault, but your healing is. Close some doors today, not out of pride, incapacity, or arrogance, but simply because they lead nowhere. The things you consider yours possess you more than you possess them. Much suffering and unhappiness arise when you take every thought that crosses your mind as truth. We can't simply sit and stare at our wounds forever, we must stand up and move on to the next action. The journey to your success will always begin with the small step of taking a chance. You'll ruin your life trying to please everyone. The good life is not immune to sadness, rather, in it, suffering contributes to our growth. Sacrifice today for the improvement of tomorrow. You're willing to make those payments with pain because pain is merely a message when you're mending something that's insufficient in your life. Following a path is easy, creating a new one may be painful but will lead you to new places. It's wise to keep in mind that neither success nor failure is ever final. You may have been treated unjustly, but the depth of your pain indicates the height of your future. We feel guilty when we no longer wish to associate with old friends who haven't changed, but this is the cost and marker of growth. The world won't become kinder to you just because you're a good person. Good people are often the most exploited. The true man smiles in trouble, gathers strength from distress, and grows brave through reflection. If someone's words don't match their actions, walk away. Sometimes, the thought of someone leaving you is more painful than the actual departure. In every success story, you will find someone who has made a courageous decision. Your life becomes peaceful when your anger toward those who have hurt you turns into sympathy for them. Those individuals are more selfish than you realize. You must walk and create the path. By your walking, you'll discover a path tailor-made for you. The best gift you can give yourself is freedom from what others think. You can't be afraid of disappointing people, you have to live the life you want. You will encounter individuals with whom you simply won't get along, no matter how right you are. You can say and do all the right things, but they will clash heads anyway. Change is daunting because known challenges and pain are easier to accept than the unknown. Don't be afraid to do things for yourself. Waiting for others will make you miss out on wonderful experiences in life. Forget about trying to change people, change yourself or your environment or both. Never give up on what you truly want to do. The person with big dreams is more powerful than one with all the facts. At some point, you'll realize that no one else has a say in your life unless you allow it. Your life becomes meaningful in exact proportion to the depth of responsibility you're willing to accept. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. From sufferings have emerged the strongest souls, the most massive characters are seared with scars. If you're not resilient now, life will only get harder for you. Always place your transformation above your current self. Don't cling to any person, not even your most beloved. Each person is a prison and also a hideaway. The main trick to making good mistakes is not to conceal them, especially not from yourself. Life improves when health becomes your top priority. The more seriously you take yourself, the more unhappy you'll be. The energy we spend complaining can be redirected to act on change. When we take responsibility, we move out of victim mode and move forward. Enjoy what you can and ignore the rest. Let's not waste energy fighting against things beyond our control. Accept what the present moment contains as if you had chosen it. Always work with it, not against it. Make it your friend and ally, not your enemy. This will miraculously transform your whole life. Sometimes, letting go is a greater act of power than defending or clinging to things. Sometimes, the place you're used to is not where you belong. All obstacles perceived with love can transform into the biggest life lessons. As you improve, you'll feel more disappointed by those around you. To avoid this, be hard on yourself but understanding with others. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Don't hold your breath waiting for others to do the right or ethical thing. People make decisions based on self-interest, not what is right. Nothing prevents happiness like the memory of happiness. Often, there's a time gap between knowing better and doing better. Start prioritizing your mental health instead of adapting to toxic environments. If you don't have the strength to impose your own terms on life, then you must accept the terms it offers. The farther away you are, the clearer the big picture becomes. You gain a broader perspective with less emotional confusion. The best thing you can do for society is to take care of yourself first. Even if you've been treated poorly, don't become bitter or mistreat others. You can't make people love you as you love them. The regret of prioritizing those who don't prioritize you makes life painful. When you emerge from the storm, you won't be the same person who entered. What matters most is to look forward. The past is your anchor. Life is a succession of lessons that must be lived to be understood. Before you start a new chapter, the old one must end. Tell yourself what has passed will never return, nothing is irreplaceable. A habit is not a necessity. No matter how many people surround you, you're always alone. It's up to you to rise and keep moving. When you drive through darkness, you can only see as far as the headlights shine, but you can make the entire journey that way. In the end, everything will be all right. If it's not all right, it's not the end yet. If it makes you anxious, you're doing it right. What a wonderful thought it is that some of the best days of our lives haven't yet occurred. There's only one thing more painful than learning from experience, and that's not learning from experience. At any given moment, we have two choices: to step forward into growth or to step back into safety. One of the quickest ways to grow is to keep company with people who are better than you. Your life is like a story. Every day you write a new page. How you handle it will define who you are. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. Don't wait for the right moment, create it. The journey is just as important as the destination. Hope is like the sun. When it's not in sight, it's still there. True joy is found in the present, not in waiting for a distant future. Believe that life is worth living, and your belief will help create the fact. Remember that every ending is a new beginning. Embrace the unknown and let it guide you toward your potential. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Make it count.